こいつただね、多分いつしか興味あるとこに言う。あ、そうだ。プロテスタントスクラスティズム。
And Fernel, Scaliger regards the soul as immaterial and hence immortal. But at the same time, Scaliger strongly opposes Cardano's doctrine of the word soul. We can see his criticism in the passage number 6. But the word soul cannot be the principle of universal motion, since there exists more than one kind of motion. Therefore, there also exist plural movers. For God does not move things in the world by himself, but provided perpetual movers at the beginning, and now provides temporary ones. Among the former are the celestial intellects, while among the latter is our soul. Thus, there are plural forms, not one universal form, which, having been distributed to each thing, would move everything. For if there were only one universal form, there would be only one voluntary motion. According to Scaliger, one soul cannot explain various phenomena in the world, so Cardano's doctrine of the word soul fails to explain obvious empirical facts. Scaliger is also aware of Fernel's use of de mundo. After explaining the concept of the word soul, Scaliger writes the passage number 7. But afterwards, I found the same or very similar opinion in de mundo, which is falsely attributed to Aristotle. Does anyone who knows the 8th book of the physics and is not ignorant of Aristotle we found in the metaphysics recognize the person who talks about God like this as Aristotle? God is located in the supreme position, yet in such a way that the power of his influence, extending through the whole world, can both move the sun and moon, and rotate the whole of the heavens, and at the same time provide a cause of the health and safety of Earth's inhabitants. For he needs no contrivance or the service of others, as our earthly rulers, owing to their feebleness, need many hands to do their work. Scaliger is correct. De mundo is a forgery. He examines the passage quoted by Fernel and notices its contradiction with what Aristotle says on God in the physics and metaphysics. What, then, does Scaliger learn from these physics and metaphysics? The answer can be found in Scaliger's criticism of Cardano's identification of the soul with heat. Look at the final passage, passage number 8. We posit the grades of forms from the 12th book of metaphysics, not assuming one grade in one form, but you posit the grades in one form, namely in the celestial heat. As a result, you should absolutely take the following opinion. The essence of God and the essence of the prime matter are the same. They differ only in terms of grade. For you maintain that publicly support the horrible absurdity of Hippocrates, to which Galen shows tractation, namely, the soul is nothing but the celestial heat. The doctrine of the soul heat not only endangers the soul's immortality, but it blurs the distinction between entities in the first place. Even the prime matter and God, the two extremes of the great chain of beings, would not be essentially distinguished. This passage number 8 also indicates that Scaliger derives his alternative to Cardano's and Fernel's opinions from the metaphysics. According to Scaliger, the metaphysics advocates the necessity of assuming various kinds of souls and forms. They are all immaterial and hence do not perish. They constitute the ascending order, gradus formare. This supposition of plural forms and souls alone can explain the various phenomena we observe in the world. Finally, it is in accord with the creation story in Genesis, where God created not a single soul, but various species of plants and animals. Let me conclude. The Alexandristic term thus did not invoke empirical approach to nature, at least not immediately, nor did it force the subsequent intellectuals to give up the reconciliation of Aristotle with Christianity. Rather, it provoked ambitious speculations to safeguard the soul's immortality on the basis of Aristotle. Cardano and Fernel supported their Platonizing understanding of the soul with the backup of the generation of animals and the mundo, respectively. In reaction to their enterprises, Scaliger tried to cleanse Aristotle's work of any Platonic contamination. This motivation led him to deny the authenticity of the mundo. It is not in this forgery, but in the genuine metaphysics that one can find the truly Aristotelian and hence correct understanding of the world, according to Scaliger. But this cleansed Aristotle was far from historical, because he was still deeply Christian, read in accordance with the creation story in Genesis. In short, Aristotle and his compatibility with faith continued to matter in medical spheres under various and often mutually conflicting guises. Thank you.